I am in a very nice office. Wow. This is so normally Coach Bart Lundy's here from the Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball team. Normally where I broadcast, it's in my basement and it's very decrepit and scary. Here I am in a very nice office, in an office that you've been in now for about 5 months, hired as the new coach. How's it going, man?
Good. We just got the office put together. It went 4 months a month ago that didn't have anything in it. So we were just doing work. So now it's we've put stuff on the walls and
it looks good.
Moving and shaking.
Well, obviously I'm interested in you because your name is Bart.
Yeah, we shared suffering. We've talked about that.
We have.
Yeah.
I'm 38. Am I the youngest Bart that you know at this point?
I would say probably. Yeah.
I have a kid who's 3, and I was never going to name him Bart Jr.
Yeah, no. The worst part for me, I don't know if we talked about this, but Bart's a nickname for me.
Yeah.
Since I was born, but
that's what you go by.
That's what I go by. But I had more than one teacher tell me it's Jason Barrett, and had more than one teacher insist to me that when I was a kid that you can't get Bart from Barrett, which all the letters are there. I don't know why you can't get it, but it was a little traumatic.
Well, Bart is my name, and it's not Bartholomew.
Yeah,
it's just Bart. And I always I like the name. I like that there's a uniqueness to it. I don't like that it rhymes with fart. And I don't like that my last name is Winkler, and that rhymes with stinkler, and that's a
good. That's worse than I got it.
But I like the name. But also the thing that I've always had a hard time with my name. I'm named after Bart Starr.
Oh, that's
So I like my name. But to me, Bart is more of a noise than a name.
Yeah, it's not a name. Yeah. I agree.
Bart. I feel like, because when you're you've been at a couple stops now, when you're applying to places, are you like, are they going to take me seriously with the name Bart?
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling right now applying to jobs.
Yeah, I just go by Coach Lundy.
Yeah. Bart. What is this a real application? What are we doing?
Maybe you should do Podcaster Winkler.
Podcaster, yeah. I got to drop I'm leaning into the name Bart because it's so unique, but maybe on the job front.
It's just the way it comes out.
Bart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bathtub noise. I'm really excited for you to be the coach of the Panthers. I'm excited to see what the new direction is. I know that things are, hectic and haywire, and I'm here at the media day. So you were just talking and you went through some stuff. I think it's 4 returning guys, 13 new guys. I think that being here for as long as I've been, and you've been here with Marquette too for a little bit, about a decade ago.
Yeah.
I think that the Milwaukee Panther program is something that people are wanting to get invested in and just waiting for the right time. Because when they make the tournament, it's a big, exciting weekend. And when, last year, there was some excitement towards it, but it's a D1 school in a city where there's another D1 program. It's just that the program may be 12 wins here, 13 wins here. It's not been there's a lot going on. There's Admirals and the Wave, and you're competing with all that stuff. So I'm telling you, there are people that want this program to succeed. And so I think what's going to be part of your journey is getting it to that point. Are you close already to that point, or where do you think the avenues are to make this town excited for this program as much as you are excited for it?
Yeah, I think it's 2 things. One, you got to put a team out there that's fun to watch, that I don't have any doubt we're going to do that. And then you got to win over time. You got to build it up. But when I go into a room, and I've been in a lot of rooms in Milwaukee speaking at this point, I say now, raise your hand if you're a UWM grad, and you'd be shocked at how many folks have graduated from here. And so I have no doubt at this point that if we win and we put a good product out there, that people will come from all over and support us. And that's different. I was winning 30 games a year before I came here. We're going Division I, all that stuff. Well, we were never going to have that. And there's 200,000 graduates of this university, and 75% live in the state.
Yeah.
So if you just 24,000 students right now. go here. So we just process the numbers. You know, we're the city school. I know there's another university and coach there. It's a great place, but we're the city school, and there's a niche for us. There's a place for us, and there's a huge fan base for us.
Well, I'm one of 4 boys, and 2 of my brothers went here, and so they're one lives in town, the other doesn't, but I wear my Milwaukee stuff all the time, and people say, "Hey, nice shirt." And I say, "You go to a game?" They go, "Nah." Yeah. I'm like, "Well, let's start going to games. Like, let's start, getting excited about this team." And I think where there was some of that excitement maybe a year ago, obviously last year a lot went on with this program, and now you're here to. I won't even want to say pick up the pieces because there's not a lot of people. There's 4 guys, like you said. And so what's interesting for your challenge is you were at how long were you last spot? 8 years, 9 years?
9 years.
9 years. And so you're coming into Milwaukee as the new guy. And sometimes when these new coaches come into a new program, they come into a new guy, but everything's already established. You got the kids there, you got the coaches there, you bring in some of your own guys, but a lot's established. You're coming into a new spot, and like so is everybody else. So, on one point, like there's a lot you have to do, but on the other, it's almost, I think that you can kind of create this program to be how you want it to be, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's in essence what happened over the last 5 months. We created a new program. There was, we had to have 11 games. We had 3 games scheduled, Purdue, at Iowa State, at Rhode Island. That's what I inherited. I brought 1 staff member, so whole new staff, hired a whole new staff.
And you guys are favored at Purdue, right? Last time I checked?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't look at such things.
I do, and you're not. But good luck.
Yeah. We scheduled 8 games, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's really difficult. And 7 of those are at home. So, we scheduled it. We got 13 new players. I think we're on 21 official visits at this point, which is a lot of meals out. Gained a little weight. Moved family. So it has literally been, constructing this from the ground up. And I think you're right. I'd rather do it this way than, and inherit somebody else's program and, have to figure out the pieces of that because, I didn't know the former staff at all.
Yeah.
It's not like I was part of they had great success and I was a part of their tree and here we go. This is all new.
I find it such a fascinating job, the job of college basketball coach and really any college coach, because, when I used to play like college 96 or 97 football, I'd play the games. I would skip the recruiting. I'd be like, I'm not doing this even in a video game. I don't want to do this in real life. And then, so you haven't coached a game yet, but these last 5 months, I don't know what you do. Like, I don't know if you ever have time off. You're acclimating this campus to this new team. I did when we talked on the radio a few months ago. I was driving through campus and I saw you like talking to some kids, and I was gonna like roll down my window and be like, "Coach!" I almost crashed, so I didn't do that. But there's a lot of that, and then there's recruiting, and then there's blending everything together. And so I think that when you look at college and especially the Horizon League, a one big conference, most of the time, like there's obviously that goal of playing your best in March, as you talked about at the press conference and getting to that point. But being a college coach, you may, let's say you don't go to the NCAA tournament ever, and you're here for a good amount of time. There's still a lot of other areas to win. Like you're winning with these kids and you're winning with the campus. I just find it so. I just think it's a lot of work, dude. And it's
a lot of work.
Man, how do you do it? How do you balance everything?
Yeah, I think you prioritize and everybody talks about work-life balance. I don't talk about work-life balance because there is none. It's work-life flow.
Yeah,
because there are times, May, sometime in August, that I can get away and do some things. The off season's not as hard as in season. So, educating your family
Well, you have
about
5
that.
kids, right?
Yeah, 5 kids, and most of them are older, which has
Okay.
made it possible for me
Okay.
to do. If they were all still here, this would have been a tougher move
Yeah.
over the last 5 months. So they're still on the payroll, but they're not day to day needing me as much as they used to.
Okay. All right. Good. That is tough, though. I mean, it is a one bid league, and I always find this interesting. You talked about it, getting to your best in March. It's got to be hard, man, because if you, let's say you go through a losing streak or even you go through a winning streak, if it depends how you play in that tournament as to if you're going to continue your postseason. It's great that you get the opportunity to do that. I just find it, I don't want to say it's unfair. It's just, it's got to be hard to balance any success or failure when the definition of that from the outside is, did they make the tournament? No. Failure. Did they make it? Success. When, as I mentioned before, there's going to be a lot more periods of that throughout the year.
Yeah. Been doing this a long time, and the style of play that we play, early is going to be really fast, but we're also going to learn how to play different styles, and be able to rev it up, pull it back. So when I say we're going to be our best in March and we're going to try to do that, everything is going to be focused on that, because I think the number one predictor or measuring stick for us, you're exactly right, is going to be that NCAA tournament. And I don't want to be here a bunch of years and not make the NCAA tournament.
Right.
That would suck.
Yeah.
So
I don't want that to happen.
I don't want that to happen. So, but rarely are you so much better than your league that you can just roll into the tournament and, not have to scratch and claw. And I think, styles of play are really important. So I don't know the league yet as much as I need to, but in a year I'm going to know, okay, Wright State is the dominant team in the league, and this is the style they play. How do we make sure that we can beat whoever is that barrier at that point? And I don't know that I knew that as a young coach.
Yeah.
We're going to play how we play. And
they adapt to us.
Yeah, they adapt to us, that kind of stuff. You've got to know what it's going to take in those 3 days to win your league. And you got to hold things back, and you got to spring it all. It's got to all come out in those 3 games or 4 games, whatever it takes to win it.
I was Nick Saban had said something. I heard an interview. I didn't talk to Nick Saban, obviously, but I heard him say something like, how do you still do it at this point? You're in your 70s. And he says he loves the games as much as he loves everything else. And it's almost like you do everything else, and then the game is where you watch the measure of your success. To be a college coach, as I was talking about, you have to love everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to love the interactions with the guys. You have to love the practices. You have to love meeting new guys and selling the program. And you got to love this.
Yeah. Yeah. And you also get to a point where I don't know what else I could do.
Yeah.
So, but there's so many good things. Not only can we influence these guys, but we can have an impact in the city. The city needs us.
Yeah.
The city needs our team to be successful, and they need our guys out in that community, and they need us to give kids hope. And we really are a city school, if they're nothing against Marquette, but how many inner city Milwaukee kids relate to going on campus at Marquette? They don't, but UWM gives them a place where, hey, I can change my life. And we're changing some of our guys. They're first generation guys on our team. And so getting those guys out in the community, and you saw 2 of them today, they've got good personalities. I have to live with these guys. So when I'm recruiting them, I want to make sure I can live with them, for years. So they're good role models. They're good guys. Our staff, I think we can make an influence on the city. But again, you got to win games, because nobody wants to hear you if you don't win games.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I mean, you win games and people will start to take notice. Yeah. And then you won't think that they are, maybe, but then if it's even a Horizon League championship that you're in, people are going to be turning on the TV. So it's there. You just have to try to find it, because it's there. I know it's there. I've seen it be there. And so we'll see if this team, and it sounds like you're going to make it happen one way or another, is that it's going to happen. Do you look in the future? Are you looking at more like trying to keep kids here? Do you have a focus on the Milwaukee area to keep some of these kids around?
Yeah, we've done so much work this summer to catch me up on this class, the 23s, the 24s, the 25s. We are really trying hard, and I've got 2 guys from Milwaukee on my staff. You know, Jose Winston was here. You know, he's the head coach at Brown Deer, and he's plugged into everywhere in the city. And then Ben Walker was at Tennessee State, but he's from Milwaukee, and he was taking kids from Milwaukee to Tennessee State.
Oh, geez, yeah, get him here.
Yeah, and so we're really tied in and plugged in. You know, it's funny. Recruiting is timing and need. So they've got to be what we need at the time that we need them. So it's not always going to work out, but we've, you know, I think we've got the 22, 23, 24. We probably have 10, 12 scholarship offers out already.
Oh, great.
So, you know, we're really trying hard to make some hay here. And it was kind of like that at my last spot. I was in Charlotte, and first couple of teams didn't have many North Carolina kids on it. My last team before I took the job here had 12 North Carolina kids and 4 from the city. So, you know, it just happens over time and with success.
Well, I'm rooting for you, not just because after the exile from radio, this is the one place that has credentialed me that I can come watch free games. But I want to see the team succeed, the university, and any other fellow Bart.
Yeah,
I want to see succeed. So
all Barts are going to win.
Yeah. Good luck to you. We'll be in touch, and go Panthers.